Hello, fellow builders, and welcome back to the bench. Mediocre Modeler here, fresh from Wonderfest. It's the following weekend, and it took the week to try and get caught up. It was Wonderfest is always nothing less than amazing. Okay, and it's not just what's happening, the things that were presented, and it's not just the people that the guests that they bring. It's the people you see there. I call it coming to a family reunion, and it is. It is like coming to a family reunion. It's my model building family. And talking to a few people, I asked them what Wonderfest does for them, just to see if it did the same thing for them that it does for me. And it recharges the batteries. It gives you fresh ideas. You can see what people have been working on for the past year. And, you're always walking away with a sense of, why didn't I think of that? So what I wanted to do is, we're not going to be working on any models right now, not on this video. I just want to kind of go over what went down with Wonderfest, just for a little bit, and then a little bit of show and tell what I picked up while I was there. Friday for us is travel day, so get everybody picked up in the car, loaded all their crap, everything organized, everybody has their assigned seats, and off we go to Louisville. Usually about 3 hours in, we stop and have lunch at this barbecue joint that Stuart always likes to eat at, and it's good barbecue. And it's at that point is usually when we're on the road and we're a little bit into the trip, when we sit down is when I start to get that feeling like, okay, I'm going to Wonderfest. Okay, the weekend has begun. It started a little bit rough for me because I was trying to get the Darksaber going. I think the thing is cursed because I spent a year and a half, 2 years trying to get it running. Finally do get it running, and then a week beforehand, I'm like, let me pull it down and test it. And I spent the week beforehand trying to get it charged up, and I never did get it charged up. So, but I had it in the car just in case. I thought maybe, but that's another story. By the time we get to Louisville, it's usually around 8, 9 o'clock. We got to get something to eat. There's always people sitting around outside. Usually the bar is full of people that haven't seen each other in a year, and it's all good. Like, hey, how you, the whole 9 yards. We usually go get our food, and what I like to do is get the pocket guide, sit down, and figure out my plans for the following day. So it's Saturday morning. I didn't plan it this way, but it just kind of worked out. It feels right that last segment I filmed Friday night, and here it is Saturday morning. So Saturday's the big day. It's the flurry of activity. If you're going to do one day at Wonderfest, Saturday's the day to do it. The booth opens at 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning for the early birds. Early birds get in at 8. And then the general public get into the dealer room at 10. So you can get your pass. Once you have your pass, if you're entering the model contest, then you have to go get your model ready to go into the show. The one thing they did that was really well this year was they let people enter their models into the contest on Friday, because usually what happens on Saturday morning is you have the dealer's room at one end of the hall, you have the models at the other end of the hall, and then the lines are going back towards each other and they eventually cross. And then you have all the people who are trying to get back and forth and doing whatever. It's a little bit of a nightmare. But it was a smart move because a lot of the guys who are trying to get their models into the contest are the same guys that would love to be in the early bird. So it was a really smart move to have them do that on Friday. That way, your model guys can actually get into the room and start getting their model collecting on. So for me, it worked out perfectly. When I got to the model room, there were only like a handful of people there, and I ran into Augie. We had a great, the Interstellar Modeler, and we had a great conversation with some of the people that were still there. I brought 3 models to enter into the contest: my Billiken Jokerhead, my Daredevil, and my Moff Gideon. I didn't get anything in the contest this year, but I could even look at him and go, okay, well, you didn't do this right, you didn't do this right, you didn't do this right. But I did see other people taking pictures of my model, which is, that feels good. That feels good. Somebody thought enough to like, oh, that was interesting, let me take a picture of that. So that was cool. It was such a hectic week trying to get the Darksaber running and everything else that I kind of rushed out the door, and I didn't bring all my good camera equipment to take pictures of the contest. So I did take pictures with my phone. I don't have as many pictures as I normally would, but here's what I got. Those models look great. And there's so many more. So I would suggest Look up Wonderfest 2025. There are plenty of people that took a lot more pictures because there's so much more there to look at. I was a little bit frustrated with myself because once you get your model safely placed on the table, you know, you move on to the next, which for me would be going to get ready to do my cosplay. Unfortunately, I rushed it, and when I put Moff Gideon on the table, I had the bottom base, which says "Long Live the Empire," and then the ingot in it. And on top of the ingot, you have the Imperial cog in one corner, and then I place Moff Gideon at an angle so you can see the Imperial cog. Well, I was distracted or something because I just set him down, and his body was partially covering the Imperial ingot, and it really doesn't matter. I'm sure everyone gets the idea, but I'm just kind of frustrated with myself that I'm just like, pay better attention. But then it's time, like I said, to go do the walk in your cosplay, and I didn't get to walk with Augie. He has, you know, his agenda, and Jeff didn't suit up this year, so I was kind of on my own. And it was still good. My buddy Stuart, he got a t-shirt specifically for the occasion. The walk was great as usual. I took the pictures actually as Moff Gideon walked through the room. And there's some other pictures from a yearly, there's a challenge, a model challenge. And I always see the challenge after the fact. And I wanted to show you these because I think this is what I'm going to try and do next year, because these models are great as well. So the parameter of the challenge was to take a brand new Aoshima 1/24th scale DeLorean time machine model kit and turn it into something different. The sky's the limit. And this is what these guys came up with. There were a few other models in this room that I thought were really good, so I took pictures of them as well. Now that we've got the showing part of model taken care of, we're going to work on the buying part. One of the places that I didn't realize was going to be, I didn't look forward into who was going to be there or not. I kind of like it to be a surprise. So when I found out that Cosmic Models was going to be there, I was ecstatic. These guys are fantastic. So I went over there to their table and I picked up a couple of models. And as I was talking to them, I'm like, hey, you know, I love your stuff. It looks great. And one of the guys was like, yeah, hey, Mediocre Modeler, I watch your videos, which completely freaked me out. Just like, wow, you know, it's great. It's great. It just kind of feels weird, but so thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And anybody who watches, anybody who takes the time to stop and watch me, I really appreciate it. And so the reason I picked up these, okay, first of all, it's a land ram. It's a land ram. Why would you not? But what I like about it is they had the 4 different variants. So you have, this is the assault land ram. It's got the gun on the top, right? And then this is the cargo land ram. It's got the a flatbed, so I can put anything that I want on it. And they had the regular land ram without the gun, and I don't know what the other one was. I'll have to look them up. Cosmic Models. Check them out. There you go. But I also, these are 1/72nd scale. And so I brought my 1/72nd scale Viper from the kit that these are going to go in, just to get myself and you a good size comparison. So I kind of peeked at them a little bit at the hotel because, you know, I can't help it. But, okay, so... Oh, they're marked left and right on the track, so that's cool. And then here's the top. That is, which one is this? This is the, oh, okay. So this is going to be the back end of the... Yeah, okay, and the turret's inside. That just fits on there like that. Oh, easy peasy. Oh, this is good. Oh, nice, good, simple model. And then size comparison to the Viper is perfect. Look at that. As if there was doubt. I mean, come on. It also comes with a decal sheet. Oh, those are fantastic. Yeah, so, you know, it's got the 1 and 2, so I could... I'm sure that one has the same decal sheet in there. Maybe not. But I can almost see myself buying more of these. So... that's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Let's open you up. Obviously, the tracks are going to be the same. And, ooh, no. Utility. Okay, it's got 5 and 6 on that. Cosmic models. Let's reveal on that one. There you go. There you go. Cosmic. I'm gonna hold on to that. Not saying I'm gonna get over there, but if I do, I'm going to their place. All right, and here is the cargo one. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It's even open in the back. And here's your back window keys. I never would have thought to do this. This is so fantastic. So, yeah, it goes in there like that. And then your treads on the side, which is marked right and left on there, so you can't mess it up. You can't possibly mess it up. So, all right, that is like, cannot wait to put that one together. So the other kit I bought, one of my buddies was like, hey, I had made a post about Cosmic being there and like, oh, hey, they're here and they're great guys and everything. And they're like, can you pick up something for me? So we need to get on this so we can get this to you so you can go get building. The other kit, let's clean up a bit. So the other thing that I have been chasing down is the Bandai Snowspeeder. And this kit is just, it's beauty. I didn't pick it up. I kept waiting. There was one that you got this size, and then I think you got a 1/44 scale or 1/72 scale one in the box as well. And I was trying to catch a deal, and before you know it, they're gone. Bandai kits they're self-explanatory. They're just good. There's no two ways about it. The detail is fantastic. This one is 1/48 scale. Oh, So they bought it at Hobby Lobby for $19.18 back in New Jersey back in 2018 on a 40% off sale. God love you. So, and I paid $30 for it. Fair trade, because I've been watching these on eBay, and they've been going for like $50, if not more, and then you have to pay the shipping. I am very happy with this. Very, very happy. Were there pilots? I'm looking for pilots. Yes, there are pilots. Yes, there they are. Beautiful. I'll throw that away later, but okay. So that's all I got. But always looking on the horizon. Round 2 was there, and they had some kits as well. Round 2 always shows up with a display of the current kits that they have and what's on the horizon. So they had 3 kit prototypes there for 2026. My biggest problem with production models has been that there's just really hasn't been that much that interested me. But all 3 of these got my attention. The first thing that caught me was the UFO Shadowmobile. And it's the only one that's available now, as in a model kit form that I know of, was I can't remember the company, but it was really tiny. It was not super detailed, but it was something. And then you always have the option of going on to any of and finding a 3D model version of it on like a CG Trader or Colts or whatever. But to have a production one, and at this size, at this scale, is just fantastic. The workmanship is just, and that's the whole point. It's in development. It's going to be better than what we're seeing. And already what we're seeing is great. So the 3 kits that they were promoting possibly for next year, production next year, it was the Shadowmobile for one. The Star Wars Luke's Landspeeder, which I had the toy. I'm like, meh with the toy. They had produced one a couple of years ago, and I was kind of, it just didn't feel right. And then now they've got one, and it looks absolutely fantastic. And the third thing that I'm really excited about is they are coming out with the TIE Bomber. I did in the past. I made my own TIE Bomber. I used the wings from the Darth Vader kit, which is obviously what they used, and I just kind of coupled myself one together. This thing looks so good, and it's one of those, take my money. Take my money, because I just cannot wait to have that kit as a part of my collection. So round 2, good job. Keep up the good work. Occasionally, they have things going on at the con in the evening. Sometimes they have showings of movies with actors from the show for live commentary, or they'll have like a Q&A before or after the movie, which is really fun. But this is the 50th anniversary of the TV show Space 1999. And we got a sneak peek of a project by Jeffrey Morris. It's called The Eagle Obsession. And it's fantastic. If you were there, it's like a walk down memory lane. And it tells the story of how this show, Space 1999, affected both Jeffrey and some of his friends as kids. It's a beautiful piece, and we got to sneak peek it. if you get a chance to see this somewhere at a film festival, I highly recommend it. It's done so well. So well. So check it out if you get a chance. Sunday is your late day. By the time Sunday rolls around, you're exhausted because Saturday was so packed full of stuff and activities or whatever. And then on top of that, you're hanging out with your friends. You sit there, you're talking about the stuff that you're going to get tomorrow that you may have missed. Or a lot of times, most people, especially some of the vendors, spend so much time during the day, they don't even get to, just getting work done or whatever needs to be done. By the time Sunday comes around, they haven't even set foot in the model room to see the models that are there. The staff worked real hard the night before. They from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, they judged the models. So you've got the room opens and you got to get in your deals, your Sunday tutorials or whatever you're doing. Next thing you know, it's time to start picking up your models, grab your awards if you got any, and then make those last minute deals. If you're lucky, the thing that you missed the day before is still there, and they're willing to deal on it. If not, you just put it on your list and we'll have to catch you next time, or see if we'll catch you in the wild somewhere. But that, in a nutshell, was Wonderfest 2025. It was great. Walked away with it with a new sense of invigoration and ready to come back and build. But doing this is also a part of that process. I'm finding just doing this, letting you know how Wonderfest went and closing it off is so much a part of that, and I could really start the clock over. It makes you make some of those hard decisions, like, I don't use that anymore, so it's gonna go. Or I'm never gonna build that model. It's gonna go. That's what's next on the agenda for me. We're gonna get in here and start doing some projects that we've been putting off or whatever, and get this new model building season going. There's even talks of getting model building Sunday going again. You know who you are. So, anyway, until next time, this has been Wonderfest 2025. So now it's time for us to go out and build something. So have fun, be safe, and go build something. Pew 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 pew.